Hello, dear viewers and fellow soap opera enthusiasts. Welcome back to the TV Days Drama Digest channel, your ultimate go-to hub for all things dramatic, heart-wrenching, and utterly addictive in the world of daytime television. We're the passionate team behind the scenes who live and breathe the twists and turns of our favorite shows, and today, we're diving deep into the swirling vortex of intrigue that's unfolding on Days of Our Lives. If you've been glued to your screens like we have, you know that the Salem saga never fails to deliver jaw-dropping moments, and right now, the spotlight is shining brightly onto characters who are stirring up a storm, Sophia and Rachel. Oh, where do we even begin? Days of Our Lives has been a rollercoaster of emotions lately, with betrayals, secrets, and forbidden alliances popping up left and right. But today, we're zeroing in on what could be one of the most explosive plot lines yet an impending escape. From the infamous Bayview Sanitarium. Yes, you heard that right. We here at TV Days Drama Digest are convinced that an escape is brewing, and it's going to shake the foundations of Salem like never before. Picture this: locked doors creaking open in the dead of night, whispered conspiracies echoing through sterile hallways, and women bound by desperation and cunning, racing toward freedom or disaster. We're going to unpack this theory step by step, drawing on the latest episodes, character backstories, and our own dramatic speculations to paint a vivid picture of how this could all play out. Buckle up, because this is going to be a long, detailed ride through the shadows of deception and the fires of maternal fury. Let's start by setting the scene properly, shall we? Bayview Sanitarium isn't just any old institution. It's a notorious mental health facility in Salem where the broken, the scheming, and the downright dangerous end up when their lives spiral out of control. It's a place shrouded in mystery, with white-walled rooms that hide more secrets than they heal. Think cold, echoing corridors lined with locked doors, therapists probing into the darkest corners of the mind, and patients who are often one step away from snapping. It's here that Sophia finds herself confined, her once glamorous life reduced to scheduled therapy sessions and monitored visits. Sophia, with her sharp wit, unyielding ambition, and a history of manipulative prowess, is no stranger to bending rules or breaking them entirely. We've watched her evolve from a calculated operator in Salem's high-stakes games to a woman trapped in her own web of consequences. Now enter Rachel, the wild card in this equation. Rachel, with her youthful vulnerability masked by a tough exterior, has landed in Bayview after a series of unfortunate events that left her reeling. She's not as hardened as Sophia, but there's a spark in here, a resilience born from past heartbreaks and betrayals. The two women couldn't be more different on the surface. Sophia, the seasoned schemer with eyes like daggers and a smile that could charm the devil himself. Rachel, the impulsive soul searching for stability in a world that's constantly pulling the rug out from under her. Yet, fate, or perhaps the writer's brilliant plotting, has thrown them together in this pressure cooker of a place. In the most recent episodes, we've witnessed a pivotal conversation that sets the stage for what's to come. Sophia, ever the opportunist, pulls Rachel aside during a seemingly innocuous moment in the common area. The air is thick with the scent of institutional cleaner and unspoken tensions. Sophia leans in close, her voice a low, conspiratorial whisper that sends chills down the spine. "Listen to me, Rachel," she says, her eyes darting around to ensure no nurses or orderlies are within earshot. Bayview isn't just a hospital, it's a trap. They'll twist your words in therapy, make you question your own sanity. Say the wrong thing and you'll be stuck here for months, maybe years. Rachel's face pales, her hands fidgeting with the hem of her standard issue gown, as the weight of Sophia's warning sinks in. It's a moment laden with drama, the kind that Days of Our Lives excels at, subtle yet explosive, hinting at deeper alliances forming in the shadows. But Sophia doesn't stop at mere advice. No, she's too clever for that. She inches even closer, her expression shifting from cautionary to almost maternal. Though we all know there's an ulterior motive brewing beneath that facade. "I can help you," she offers, her tone dripping with false sweetness. To seal the deal, she slides over an extra serving of dessert from the cafeteria tray, double chocolate pudding. Perhaps a small indulgence in this barren world. Rachel's eyes light up for a split second, a glimmer of hope in the monotony. But nothing comes for free in Salem, and Sophia knows it. When Rachel hesitantly asks for more, perhaps a favor, a connection to the outside world, or even a way out, Sophia pauses, her lips curling into that signature sly smile. "I'll find a way," she promises, her words hanging in the air like a loaded gun. What exactly does she mean? Is it a vague assurance or the first thread in a meticulously woven escape plan? We at TV Days Drama Digest are betting on the latter. To understand why Sophia is so driven, we need to delve into her backstory, which is as tangled and dramatic as a knotted ball of yarn in a cat's playground. Sophia's life in Salem has been a whirlwind of schemes, romances, and heartbreaks. Remember those early days when she first arrived, turning heads with her confidence and charisma? She quickly embedded herself in the social fabric, forming alliances that served her ambitions. But it was her fierce protectiveness over her son that truly defined her. That child, let's call him little Theo for the sake of our narrative. Though fans know the real stakes represents everything Sophia has fought for. She went to extraordinary lengths to secure his future, manipulating situations, forging documents, and even crossing moral lines that would make lesser characters blanch. And then came the devastating blow, her son being raised by Johnny and Chanel. Oh, the irony. Johnny, with his brooding intensity and family legacy of drama, and Chanel, the vibrant entrepreneur who's no stranger to scandal herself. These are the very people Sophia tried desperately to thwart in the past. She pulled every string, whispered every poison word, and orchestrated plots that could fill an entire season's worth of episodes, all to keep them apart or away from her family. Imagine her rage simmering like a volcano on the brink of eruption as she sits in Bayview, powerless to intervene. Through the barred windows, she might catch glimpses of the outside world via smuggled newspapers or overheard gossip from visitor stories of Johnny and Chanel building a life together, raising her son as their own. The laughter of a child that should be hers echoing in her mind. The tender moments she misses out on. It's enough to drive anyone mad, but for Sophia, it's fuel for her fire. Sophia's scheming nature isn't just a trait, it's her survival mechanism. We've seen it time and again, the way she turns adversaries into unwitting pawns. The calculated risks she takes that often pay off in spectacular fashion. In Bayview, confined and stripped of her usual resources, she's like a caged lioness, pacing and plotting. She can't sit still, not when her maternal instincts scream for action. Every therapy session becomes an opportunity to probe for weaknesses and the system lacks guards, forgotten keys, or sympathetic staff members who might be swayed by her charm. And Rachel? She's the perfect accomplice, whether she knows it or not. Young, impressionable, and desperate for escape herself, Rachel represents a tool in Sophia's arsenal. So how might this escape unfold? Let's speculate in delicious detail, building on the hints from the show. Picture a stormy night in Salem, rain lashing against the windows of Bayview, thunder rumbling like the gods themselves are angry. Sophia, having spent days or perhaps weeks observing the routines, identifies a vulnerability, a night shift nurse who's overworked and underpaid, easily distracted by a fabricated emergency. She enlists Rachel with promises of freedom, and perhaps a share in whatever revenge Sophia has planned. We do this together, Sophia might whisper during a late-night rendezvous in the dimly lit recreation room, the fluorescent lights flickering ominously overhead. I'll get us out and you'll help me get back what's mine. The plan could involve multiple layers of deception, ramping up the drama to epic proportions. First, the double dessert wasn't just a kindness, it was a test, a way to gauge Rachel's loyalty and desperation. Passing that, Sophia escalates, smuggling in small items through visitors, like a hidden phone or a makeshift tool disguised as art supplies from therapy. Rachel, drawn in by Sophia's charisma, agrees to create a diversion, perhaps feigning a medical episode during group therapy, drawing staff away from the exits. As chaos ensues, alarms blaring and footsteps pounding, Sophia slips into the shadows, picking locks with improvised skills honed from her shady past. But escapes in Days of Our Lives are never straightforward. They're laced with betrayals and close calls. What if Rachel hesitates at the last moment, her conscience warring with her fear? Or worse, what if a fellow patient overhears and alerts the authorities, turning the escape into a high-stakes chase through the rain-slicked grounds? Imagine Sophia, drenched and determined, clutching Rachel's hand as they dart between trees, headlights from security vehicles piercing the darkness. The tension would be palpable, the pounding hearts, the whispered urgings to keep going, the fear of recapture looming like a specter. And if they succeed? Oh, the fallout would be monumental. Sophia, free at last, would waste no time zeroing in on Johnny and Chanel. Picture her lurking in the shadows of the Demera mansion or the bustling streets of Salem, plotting her reclamation. She might infiltrate their lives disguised, or rally old allies for a custody battle that's more war than legal proceeding. Rachel, now complicit, could find herself entangled deeper, perhaps developing her own agenda revenge against those who put her in Bayview, or a budding romance that complicates everything. Of course, success isn't guaranteed. Days of Our Lives loves to toy with our emotions, dangling hope only to snatch it away. What if the escape fails spectacularly? Sophia could be caught mid-flight, her schemes exposed, leading to even stricter confinement. Rachel might turn on her, spilling secrets in exchange for leniency, igniting a feud that spills over into Salem's broader narratives. The dramatic possibilities are endless: family interventions, shocking revelations during pursuits, or even crossovers with other characters like Brady or Kristen who have their own axes to grind. Let's not forget the emotional depth here. Sophia's drive isn't just villainous, it's profoundly human. As a mother separated from her child, her pain is raw and relatable. We've all felt that protective instinct amplified 1,000-fold in the soap opera world. Her interactions with Rachel add layers, mentorship tinged with manipulation, friendship forged in fire. It's these nuances that make the storyline so compelling, drawing us in week after week. Now, turning to you, our loyal viewers, do you think an escape is imminent? Will Sophia's cunning prevail, or will the walls of Bayview hold firm? Could Rachel be the key to success, or the unwitting cause of failure? We've seen escapes before in Salem, daring, disastrous, and everything in between, but this one feels different, charged with personal stakes that could redefine alliances. Share your theories in the comments below. We love hearing from you and incorporating your insights into future digests. As we wrap up this epic exploration, clocking in at over 2,000 words of pure dramatic indulgence, remember that Days of Our Lives thrives on the unexpected. Stay tuned to our channel for more breakdowns, spoilers, and fan theories. Until next time, keep the drama alive and may your days be filled with as much passion as Salem's. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to TV Days Drama Digest for more updates on Days of Our Lives.